Hello everyone, thank you very much for joining me. My name is Todd Bryson, I'm an Akashic Records practitioner. I have some interesting and important information to bring into your awareness at this time. I'm very grateful and excited to do that. Before I get into that, I want to let you know that I have a promo running right now on my site for the services that I offer. If you've been looking for remembrance, if you've been looking to clarify your purpose, I would love to open the Akash with you and discover those things. You can find information about that in the description. So let me get right into the message here. We're entering into a period of time that is very interesting. We're entering into a period of time where there are going to be aspects of consciousness and energy in the third dimension jockeying for position, and you guys know what I mean. So we are entering into the age of light. We are entering into the age of information, but some would say that we are entering into the age of accountability. There are some right now who are, in the spotlight on the world stage, acting as if they are not part of that accountability, and they are. So we'll let you know that everything is in order. The light is doing what it's made to do. And the third dimension is going to be a much brighter, much more vibrant place as we continue forward. So you should understand that your role here within the third dimension right now is to investigate and to study within separation that which is concealed by unity. And I know, and you know, that this is a tremendously hard task. And some of you are flourishing within this task. Some of you are not. Some of you have been asked to observe some things in the third dimension that honestly not a lot of old souls and even light workers want to see. So I will let you know how important it is that you continue to keep your head above water. I will let you know that there's always in this progression consciously going to be periods of time where we feel like we've lost it, where we feel like we're stuck, where we feel like we're missing something or we've lost our purpose, and we want to know where it is. We want to know what else is there for us to cultivate. What new experiences can we have? What limitations can we move on from? What seals can we break in this experience that allow for the heightened one that we've come for? If you are one who feels like they've plateaued, they've leveled out, I will let you know that the most important thing that you can do within that period of time is to go hyper focused on your body. And I mean, not just making sure that you're eating right, not just making sure that you're exercising, those things are important too. I'm referencing conscious communication. I'm referencing coherence with the parts. I'm referencing making sure that this vessel that you occupy, that you're piloting around the third dimension, knows that you love it and hears it from you often and frequently. Most of you have, at this point in time, healed a lot of things that you needed to. You've ascended your consciousness into a very healthy, happy, light state of being. It's the body that needs to catch up. It's the body that needs to adjust its baseline. And in order to do that, it requires conscious communication from you as the creator within the body, telling it what to do, where to go, and how to feel, and how to observe and react as things happen in this place that it itself, the body, is unfamiliar with. You're not unfamiliar with what's happening here. You know how this goes down. You know how this plays out. You've been a part of this before. That's why you're here. I will let you know, old soul, if you're one of the tired warriors, if you're one of the tired practitioners, if you're one who's fallen down, your creator needs you to get back up again. And your creator needs to hear from you, I've got it. I'm on it. I know what to do. I know where to go. And I can do so securely in what I can do when I arrive there. But I want to tell you guys something. The truth about these videos that I make, the sessions that I offer, and my understanding of the souls individually as they navigate this experience, looking for the outcome that's kind of been ingrained in them. I don't do these things with the intention of waking you up. I don't do these things with the intention of waking up humanity. I do the sessions that I do, I make the videos that I do with the intention of waking the creator up within the body. The Creator has separated itself into what are called experiencing aspects of creation known as me and you. Understand who you are in the body. Understand what unifying your being means for yourself and means for the rest of us. It means that the Creator is alive and awake and aware within the physical body, and that the third dimension and all of the old energy that remains here is on notice. Take your power back by recognizing who you are, understanding what's taking place here, and what you individually and collectively are trying to accomplish. It doesn't matter what I'm doing. It doesn't matter what the United States is doing. It doesn't matter what the presidential race is. What matters is that you remember who you are and that you increase your capacity to house yourself within this physical suit. Some of you have been fighting the mind a lot recently. Some of you have been resisting the mind a lot recently. And the mind right now, for a lot of you, feels like it's fighting for survival. It's fighting for its relevance. It's fighting for its place within the natural order of things. It's important that you guys make peace with the mind again. It's important that you guys utilize the mind as the tool that it's meant to be. And it's important that you give the mind a break when it presents you with something that it's excited about or that it's trying to protect you or save you from. We need to stop fighting the mind so that the mind will quit informing the subconscious systems that they're wrong, and you're picking up on that frequency as anxiety. You need to remember that there are breaks that you are meant to be taking advantage of in your experience if you feel like you need a vacation. Some of you have been awake for a very long time. Some of you have just woken up recently. Like I always say, in the Akashic Records, most of my time in the Akash is not retrieving information, it's having experience. It's searching for experience, and it's allowing for conditions that will give me an experience that is a heightened one. So when I go into the records, I'm going for a practical reason. I'm going for things that I can do to improve or to remove a limitation or to grow that much more. But don't miss on the opportunity to use the Akashic Records as a tool to play. When I started opening the Akashic Records, which after 10 years in my awakening took me just a few months of really buckling down, focusing on discipline and ritual and fundamental. When I go into the Akashic Records, a lot of time it is my intention to play. It's my intention to experience, and I don't have any interest in watching anything on the TV. I don't have any interest in movies. Do I watch those things? Do I go to movies? Yes, of course. But the most fun that I can have in this experience right now when I'm not playing with my own children is laying in my bed, scripting situations and scenarios that I can go into the Akashic Records and manifest. Why is this fun? Because you go in and it's your intention to have a certain kind of an experience. And when you go into the Akashic Records, it just adds and complements so much more to it. Don't forget that it's not meant to be all work. It can be play. In fact, play is necessary to get out of these cycles of lower frequency that some of us are stuck in perpetually. Your Creator needs you to get up again, remember how it works, remember to have fun, and remember that what it is that you're broadcasting in this dimensional space is contagious for all of us. A lot of you have now had witnesses arriving in your field for this very important time. A lot of the witnesses are here to authenticate the way that you react and respond and behave during this important time in your soul history. A lot of the witnesses are to observe what you're doing right, to observe what you're doing wrong, and then to implement what they've learned from that as they will. But you should know that the audience is a little bit bigger than it had been previously, and the way that you react and respond energetically to these times is something that is a focal point for everybody. Many of you are experiencing now, as light workers and old souls who've been working this puzzle for such a long time, seals breaking in all different aspects of your experience. Some of you are having seals breaking in your heart. Some of you are having seals breaking in your solar, in your sacral. Some of you are having seals breaking in your third eye. Some of you are having seals breaking in your crown. You'll know you have a seal broken when you have some part of your experience that was heightened when maybe it was perceived as dull before. You really, in this period of time, want to find where the heightened sensations are and then play into those sensations. Seals breaking in consciousness is fun because it gives us an opportunity to observe reality from a new plane. And there are a lot more interesting things. A lot of you have exhausted your observation of the level of your experience that you were seeing previously. So be patient with the seal breaking. Patience is how we win. Patience is how we dominate the game. Patience is something that we have in abundance that the opposition in this place does not have at all. Hence, their demise unfolding in front of everybody. So humanity right now, and light workers too, are going to be having comfortable illusions broken. So illusions that we would fall back on that were not necessarily serving our authentic self. Illusions of comfort that were preventing us from waking up, preventing us from remembering, stopping us from pursuing the things that we're curious about. This is a very important time for illusion dispelling. Those who have mastered dispelling illusions should know that where your focus and attention is where the illusion is being dispelled. If you're invested in politics right now, you might be dispelling those illusions for humanity. If you're invested in healthcare right now, you might be dispelling illusions in that regard. If you're interested in education, creativity, there is a lot to unlearn in the third dimension, which requires those who are masters of both creating illusions and dispelling illusions to be on their game. So we need you to know where your attention is where your energy is going, and what your creator is presenting you with is likely your assignment. So there's a couple more things that I want to talk about. And the last thing that I want to talk about is the new DreamWork that some of you are doing. That's really important. And I want to talk about how to approach that and what it means for when you wake up in the morning and what it means for all of us out there. So I get the question a lot, and in these videos and in my sessions, we're talking about potentials. We're talking about what could be around the corner. What's the right approach to take? How do we gain the resonance to move forward and observe what's there in the right way? So we talk about a lot about the potentials. So people always ask me, they want to know what's going to happen. What do we see happening for humanity? Is there going to be a reunion with cosmic family? Is there going to be a veil lifted? Is there going to be something, an event of some kind, something observed that's unprecedented? And I think we're in alignment with a lot of those potentials, not just one singularly. What I do know for sure that what we are for sure getting here on the earth is a significant shift in natural order and human behavior. So how does humanity improve? Does it let go and release of a lot of things that were causing turmoil and frustration and disharmony? Yeah. But in general, the way that people think, the way that people feel, the way that people act and behave and respond to things is going to be very different as humanity moves forward. And that is because a lot of these puzzles and issues in consciousness that we've been solving for so long have been just that, solved. So we're moving forward unburdened by states of being that were serving a purpose maybe in the old energy, but no longer are doing that. So what is going to happen? A shift is going to happen. What does humanity align with because of that shift? Probably all kinds of fun things to experience and to see. If this world is a stage, we've come for a show, And maybe you and I have been willing to endure what we have in this place because the show is going to be that great. Yeah, so last thing that I will talk about is a lot of you have entered into a very interesting and challenging kind of dream work. So it's important that you go to bed the right way. It's important that you wake up in the morning the right way. It's important that you're practicing your gratitude and staying disciplined and focusing on the fundamentals. It's important that when you go to bed, you let go of what needs to be let go of. Your most important work right now, for many of you, is happening in the astral. And many of the angels right now, maybe you're one of them, have started change of heart assignments. These are the projects that we're working on because we don't necessarily want to wait for human nature to catch up. There's suffering on the earth right now that is very real and very tangible for those who are involved in it. So change of heart assignments are every night you're going to sleep, you're leaving your physical body, and you are actually going and working toward resolution for those who are at the mercy of maybe somebody else doing something to them that they shouldn't be. So if you wake up in the morning and there's a little bit of extra charge in your emotional body, maybe you were on assignment, maybe you were successful in that assignment, maybe you were not. But you should know that it is important that you go to sleep the right way. It is important that you wake up in the morning the right way. A lot of the work that you're doing in the ethers is just as important as what you're doing here in the suit. And when you go to sleep at night, you can extend the reach of your physical body without all of the fog of forgetfulness that we deal with here. Anyway, you guys, I will leave it at that today. Thank you very much for your time. And if you're interested in opening the records with me and seeing what the soul history is and what you've been up to and what your potential is here, you know where to find me. Thank you very much. Goodbye.